Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thank you. So welcome to Bhaktivedanta Manor. So at 7 o'clock there'll be Gauda Arti. It's a very nice celebration for Gauda Nitai, and so I invite you to stay for 7 o'clock. I think there's some prasadam following that. So I'd like to just intersperse a little bit Bhagavad Gita here. So we've been studying actually chapter 16. So what I'd like to do first of all is invite us to just to have a little review of where we are. So chapter 15, if you can remember, if you can recall, chapter 15 has got this conception of the Banyan tree. So the material world that we're trapped in is represented by this Banyan tree. So if anybody's seen a Banyan tree, can anybody describe what a banyan tree looks like and how it's different from another tree? Anybody? Well, okay, maybe I can help you out here. It's kind of got these like extra. It's got these extra growth, hasn't it? Like it looks like lots of different branches. So I think, you know, what this is trying to describe is the way that the material world is very entangling. It's like an entanglement. Like, you know, ladies, you've probably, you know, if you've not combed your hair in the morning, right? This is what the material world's like. You can get wrapped up in this. And, you know, I think in chapter 15 we also talked about what is entangling? What causes this entanglement? Anybody? What's the cause of the entanglement? Anybody? Desire, yes, desire. That's right. So this is karma actually, which is the desire, or desire is a good word. So I mean, the Buddhists built their whole philosophy on this, didn't they? So entanglement, and it's built from desire. And so chapter 16 and 17, now if you remember the banyan tree, it's nourished, isn't it? Does anybody remember how this banyan tree is nourished? Yeah, but specifically anything... Yeah, that's right. But it's nourished actually by what we call the three gunas, yes? So the mode of passion, the mode of goodness, mode of passion, and the mode of ignorance. So the three gunas: sattva gun, rajagun, tamagun. Now, so these are actually contributing to the growth of this tree. And so chapters 16 and 17, what they then start to talk about how, because there's branches in this tree, aren't there? So our lives, because obviously we're aware here that we have multiple lives. This is just one of many lives, right? And how can we? So this analogy is how we are positioned in the material world in these many lifetimes. Okay, so but we can move, can't we? We can move up and down the branches, so we can move to higher realms or we can move to lower realms. So, and how can we, how do we move then up and down this entangling banyan tree? We talked about this at the beginning of chapter 16. Anybody? Does anybody remember or have any idea? Well, yeah. Actually, that was probably in the chapters before, the chapter 14 especially. We talked a lot about devotional service, but actually, it's these divine or godly and demoniac or ungodly characteristics. These natures that we all have. You know, they're running through the heart of everybody, aren't they? We've all got good things in the heart, and we've got bad things in the heart. So, so it's these qualities. So, and if you remember in verses 1 to 3, Krishna introduced 26 divine qualities, right? So does anybody want to hazard a guess at what some of those were? Shall we see if anybody can remember? Is anybody? So 26 divine qualities. Kindness, yeah, very good. Please, anybody else, please. Prabhu? I don't remember that one. Equipoised, being equipoised. I don't think that's actually one of the divine qualities, but that's a great point. It's actually made, I think, in karma yoga. I believe, correct. If there was somebody who's more knowledgeable than I would ask them. But I don't think that is one of them. So, charity, cleanliness. Let's just bring it up. What were some of the other ones? Cleanliness, study of the Vedas, study of Vedic scriptures. I have to check myself. Fearlessness, abhyam. Sattva samshuddhi, purification of one's existence. Gyan, knowledge. Dhanam, charity. I think we mentioned that one, right? Dhammaha, controlling the mind. Yagyaha, anybody? Yagyaha? Yagyaha? Yagya? Yagya, anybody know what is yagya? Sacrifice. Well done, Prabhu. Honor? Not sure. Tapaha? Tapaha? Anybody? Tapaha? Austerity. Arjavam? Simplicity. Somebody will know this. What is ahimsa? Very good, very good. Satyam? Anybody? Truthfulness. Yeah, truthfulness. Akrodhaha. Akrod. Not getting angry. Yes, very good. Tyagaha. Tyagaha. Renunciation. Shantihi. Somebody will know this. Shantihi. Tranquility, peacefulness. Yes. Apaishunam. Apaishunam. Aversion to fault finding. Now, I can tell you that also happens amongst devotees. It's something we also need to work on. Madhavam, gentleness. Aloluptavam, freedom from greed. Hrihi, modesty. Achalpalam, determination. So you see, there's 26 qualities there. So these are the qualities that we need to move up the tree. So maybe if we pull that Bhagavad Gita out when we get home and mark those, stick them post-it notes around the bathroom window, to see if we can get going up this tree, get into more godly qualities, more. And so that's verses 1 to 3. And, Krishna just lists them. Simple, Simple. So it's not a complicated chapter, this one. It's for everybody, Just a list of qualities. Let's just try to bring those qualities into our life. How difficult can that be? Really, stick them, post-it notes. And the 6 qualities that Krishna says in in verse 4. So there were 6 demoniac qualities or ungodly qualities. Can anybody remember or want to guess? Or yes, Mataji, very good. No, sorry, that isn't actually one of the 6. But that's very good because it's mentioned actually later. The 3 gates to hell, right? One of them is greed, yes. So bonus point actually for going ahead. That's tomorrow night. The 6 qualities are pride, arrogance, conceit, anger. Very important one, anger. Harshness. So not being gentle, speaking harshly, being opposite of being gentle, and ignorance. So these are the 6 ones that we put at the bottom of the mirror. No more. No. If anybody makes us angry, no more. We must lose that quality, especially because it's one of the 3 gates of hell. The 3 gates that are leading to hell. Now, we've got 2. Who wants to hazard a guess at what the 3rd one is? Correct, Prabhu. Well done. 3 gates to hell. Lust, anger, greed. So again, stick those at the bottom of the mirror and remember them. Because if they're at the bottom of the mirror, that's not the way you want to go, right? You want to go up. So that's what I would do. Okay. So that's given us just a little bit of a thought about these divine and demonic qualities. Now Krishna, what he also does, he then starts to describe, the demonic nature. So I'm going to skip on and actually get to the verse that we want to study this evening. So this text number 20. Yeah, and Krishna started to talk about here the people, they're bewildered by false ego, strength, pride, lust, and anger. These demonic personalities, they become envious of Krishna. So, Krishna, remember, is all-powerful, is all-beautiful. And some people, in their heart, they don't accept his authority. They don't want to accept anybody's authority. Some people in this world, they think that they are number one. They think that they are God. Some of these people, they are very egocentric. But we need to submit. We need to submit to an ultimate authority. Krishna is ultimate authority. I invite you. Can you show your universal form? Can anybody here show their universal form? So what are we? What are we? We are. There is an element of Krishna in us. We are part and parcel of Krishna. Our Atma is Krishna, but the rest, we are trapped in illusion. We're trapped in this material world in illusion. What we need to do is to understand our position, understand that we are servants of Krishna, and accept this authority of Krishna as supreme personality of Godhead. And from this position of not pride, from humility, from a position of humility, we can begin true spiritual life. So as I say, Krishna is starting to describe these demonic these demonic people, they become envious of Krishna. So could Krishna, remember, is situated in our own heart. He takes the Paramatma form. You can see on this picture behind us. That's not a Paramatma. It's the Paramatma has a four-handed form, and he's actually 8 inches high, situated in the heart, the lotus of the heart. Krishna resides within. This is a subtle thing to understand. It's not bodily. This is subtly Krishna is present, and remember, he's what can I say? He's watching. So when we leave the temple, you think Krishna's no longer there. Krishna is here as Bhagavan here in the temple, but remember, Krishna is always present. So, what you might do when you are out somewhere else in the temple, Krishna, the world is the temple. So remember this, Krishna is always with us, watching us, giving us the marks. Did he give me a 10 out of 10 today? Did he give me a 5 out of 10 today? Remember, Krishna's always with us. That's a good thing, right? Krishna is our eternal friend, our true friend, our Father, our loving Father, and our true friend. The one person, really, who is always there, through thick and thin. So this envy, becoming envy of Krishna. So we're talking, Krishna's talking here about these envious people. So he says that, so these demons have become envious of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is situated in their own bodies and in the bodies of others, and blaspheme against the real religion, so the Sanatana Dharma. And yesterday, Srinivas Prabhu, if anybody was here, I think he gave some explanation on text number 19. Those who are envious and mischievous, who are the lowest among men, are perpetually cast into the ocean of material existence, into various demoniac species of life. So, we have to remember, Krishna is actually the person who decides how your next life, what will be, what kind of body you will take in your next life. This is a serious matter. This is a serious matter. We're here for many, many lifetimes, and our next body, which we would take, this is a very serious matter. We've explored already how, if a person, I think it comes a little bit later, a person who dies in the mode of ignorance, so a person who is maybe an alcoholic or something like this, or they will fall down to a lower life form, unfortunately. So we need to take this matter quite seriously, and we have one life here at the moment, but we should to bear in mind the larger perspective. We're talking here about samsara, and this is the cycle of birth and rebirth, and us who are conscious of Eastern mysticism, the Buddhists take this very seriously, and we also take this seriously as people involved with Sanatana Dharma. We need to take this very seriously and consider that we are in a cycle of birth and rebirth. The difficulty, I guess, is that we don't have the conscious, we don't aware of this. One of the things is, when we're small, we forget. The memory goes when you're a child. So we forget what a terrible experience this birth experience is. And that memory seems to go. It's gone, hasn't it? But actually, it's been proven. Some children do remember. They remember their previous life. It's actually been scientifically proven. So I invite you to take this matter seriously, and to consider these qualities. And I implore you to attempt to bring yourself into a better form for your next life. Minimum. Ideally, that we take seriously to Krishna consciousness, and we attempt to actually get out of this entanglement, and that's done through, as the Mataji very smartly mentioned, through devotional service. But that's probably a topic for another night. So, yeah, Krishna is these people who are envious of him and mischievous, who are the lowest among men, he perpetually casts into the ocean of material existence, samsara, into various demoniac species of life. So this could be, even goes so far as to be, for example, if somebody is very, eating a lot of meat or something like this and has this nature, he will be born into a tiger's body, or he'll be born into a dog's body. This is because Krishna gives us the life that we want. Okay? So if you want to eat a lot of meat, he says, fine, then take a tiger's life. That seems to be your nature, so take a tiger's life. Take a dog's life. Or, if you're a greedy person, take a pig's life. It seems to be the nature that you have, so take this life. So it's a serious matter. So text 20. Now, actually, at this part, actually, Srila Prabhupada starts to get quite fiery, and it's becomes quite a dark part of the text. And I guess maybe if I give the verse first, and then I can maybe try to give a little of my understanding and also a little bit of clarity, because although we're talking about being cast into the material into material existence, we have to also remember that Krishna is all merciful. He's all merciful. So unlike some other religions, for example, Christians and Muslim people, there's no eternal damnation. We have no eternal damnation in the Santana Dharma. So we can all rest easy. All of us rest easy. All of us as living entities. We don't need to. There's no burning in hell for eternity. This is nonsense. It's in our Shastra. It's very, very clear. Nobody is eternally damned. So that's the good news. So text 20. Asurim yonimapana Muda janmani Mama prapyeva konteya Tatoyanti adhamam gatim. Asurim yomimapana muda janmani Mama prapyeva kauteya tatoyanti adhamam gatim. I apologize if my Sanskrit's not very good. So word for word. So obviously all glories to Srila Prabhupada for translating and bringing this to the West. Where would we be without the kindness of Srila Prabhupada bringing this to the West? I certainly would be very lost. Asurim, demoniac. Yonim, species. Apanaha, gaining. Mudhaha, the foolish. Janmani, in birth after birth. Mam, me. Aprapya, without achieving. Eva, certainly. Kauteya, O son of Kunti. Tataha, thereafter. Yanti, go. Adhamam, condemned. Gatim, destination. So this is the translation into English for anybody who's got a dumb language like English. Attaining repeated birth amongst the species of demoniac life, O son of Kunti, such persons can never approach me. Gradually they sink down to the most abominable type of existence. So you can see, it seems like a dark story now, isn't it? A dark part of the chapter. So I'll give you the purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. It is known that God is all merciful, but here we find that God is never merciful to the demoniac. It is clearly stated that the demoniac people, life after life, are put into the wombs of similar demons, and, not achieving the mercy of the Supreme Lord, they go down and down, so that at last they achieve bodies like those of cats, dogs, and hogs. It is clearly stated that such demons have practically no chance of receiving the mercy of God at any stage of later life. In the Vedas, also, it is stated that such persons gradually sink to become dogs and hogs. It's also in the Vedas. It may be then argued in this connection that God should not be advertised as all-merciful if He is not merciful to such demons. In answer to this question, in the Vedanta Sutra, we find that the Supreme Lord has no hatred for anyone. The placing of the asuras, the demons, in the lowest status of life is simply another feature of the Lord's mercy, of His mercy. Sometimes the asuras are killed by the Supreme Lord, but this killing is also good for them. For in Vedic literature, sorry, I missed it. Excuse me. In answer to this question, in the Vedanta Sutra, we find that the Supreme Lord has no hatred for anyone. The placing of the asuras, the demons, in the lowest states of life is simply another feature of His mercy. Sometimes the asuras are killed by the Supreme Lord, but this killing is also good for them. For in Vedic literature, we find that anyone who is killed by the Supreme Lord becomes liberated. There are many instances in history of many asuras: Ravana, Kamsa, Hiranyakashipu, to whom the Lord appeared in various incarnations just to kill them. Therefore, God's mercy is shown to the asuras if they are fortunate enough to be killed by Him. So, Krishna is all merciful. Even we know from, if anybody reads some Krishna book, we know these demons, Putana, all these other demons that He encountered in His Leelas when He was present here on the earth. This killing of the demons that was done by Him, actually that caused their liberation. They've gone actually to the spiritual world. So us here now, we need to consider that, that Krishna is so merciful, even he can take their life and bring them back to Him back to Godhead. So what I wanted to make a couple of points. So we're talking about these places where Krishna sends these demoniac personalities, these demoniac people with these demoniac qualities. So maybe if I can explain to you a little bit about the planetary systems. So actually, in the fifth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, we fully explain. It's all in our Shastra. We fully explain the planetary systems. There are 7 upper planetary systems, and there are 6 lower planetary systems. So it's actually the mercy of the Lord to send these people to these lower planetary systems. Now, what I wanted to ask you was, consider that Krishna is the government of this material world, okay? And what I invite you to a question to you is, why is this prison being invented? But what is the prison for? Because the material world is kind of like a prison. Does anybody want to explain what's a prison for? Why do we have prisons? Prabhu. Yes. Very good. Yeah, very good. It's for us to learn. Yes. And what else? It's to protect people, right? So if we consider actually the qualities we have at the moment, our qualities are not enough for us to access the spiritual world. The souls that are in the spiritual world are so pure that we need to be protected from this. So we're here. That's the reason we're here. You know, we've turned our back on Krishna, and we have these qualities. We have, you know, we're lustful, we're angry. We need to lose these qualities and start to bring ourselves, you know, make ourselves pure enough so we can return back to the spiritual world. This is where we belong. This is our home. It's our home. So this is why a prison exists. Let's just reflect on that. Take that home if you can, and consider that we need to, do our time here and lose these qualities. It's a learning. It's for us to learn. Yeah, it's for remediation. As souls, we're not good enough yet to be in the spiritual world. We need to spend more time in this prison. Okay, and but I wanted to give us some optimism, because this sounds kind of bad, right? Right? Does it sound bad? Hands up who thinks this sounds dark and bad. Yes. So let's have some optimism, okay? Now, Krishna, okay, this is the good news. Krishna is all merciful. All merciful. He's completely merciful. So I think we can rest easy, sleep in our beds, knowing that we have a loving, kind Father. Have a loving, kind Father. All we need to do is we need to make those steps towards Him in, as the Mataji said, in devotional service, and to lose these demonic qualities and bring in these auspicious godly qualities into our lives. Now does that sound simple? Does that sound like a good plan, to bring these things into our lives and to take up devotional service? Okay, so my invitation to you this evening is to take up some devotional service practices. And the one I want to recommend to you is japa. 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 Now, our movement, if we want to take seriously to Krishna consciousness, we need to use the holy names. We need to use the holy names. The holy names are so powerful that they have a cleaning effect on the mind and the heart. That's the way in this prison we can start to prepare ourselves for the release. Then we can go to the governor of the prison and say, I'm ready. I'm ready now. I've learnt my lesson now. And it's an easy process. It's a joyful process. We have other things as well. We all know we've got prasadam. We've got we can sing, we can dance. And, in this, we know when we're in this earthly realm, in this middle realm, let's say we've got the planets that are above and the planets that are below. Now, if you're in the heavenly realms, it's too nice. You don't want to do anything. Everything is, you've got all these great things to enjoy. It's very sattvic. You won't want to do any bhakti if you go to the heavenly planets. So don't do that. That's the mistake. Okay? Don't do that. That's the wrong way. And also, we don't go down. So, consider yourselves. We're very lucky now. We're very lucky to have this body. We've not been born in a body of a dog, a cat, have we? We've been born in a human body. What is this body for? It's for us to understand God, to become self-realized, and to understand and start to practice God consciousness. So don't waste this life. Every minute counts. Life is so short. It's so short. Don't waste it. This body, we know, it's not going to be there forever. My legs already started to go. Huh? So be careful, Take these warnings from Krishna. The words are there on the page. It's been translated by Srila Prabhupada. Don't waste this knowledge, this transcendental knowledge. Don't waste this body. Engage yourself. Engage yourself in spiritual practice. Engage yourself in bhakti. Understand bhakti. Understand what it is. It's the most auspicious of the classic yoga paths. We have Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, and we have Bhakti Yoga. Everybody here's got a heart. Prabhu, you've got a heart, right? Mataji, you've got a heart. Who's got a heart? Hands up, who's got a heart? So everybody can do bhakti, right? There's no limits, right? There's no man, woman, boy, girl. Everybody can do bhakti. There's no limits. There's no class system. Huh? This is the glory of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He made the bhakti movement. Huh? He opened the doors. It opened the floodgates for everybody to be able to experience bhakti and to bring ourselves into a divine consciousness. So that's the good news. Huh? So I want to invite you to reflect on that. And I hope to see you all again in one of our next classes. So that will be tomorrow. We have one every evening. We have a Bhagavad Gita class at 6 o'clock every evening. And it's a great time because, Bhagavad Gita is the fundamentals. It's also very important because it's the Word of God. It's the Word of God. And that's a rare thing, isn't it? It's a very rare thing to have that voice that tells you what's good, what's bad, what's right, what's wrong. We all need that. I'm lost most of the time, right? So the word is there. We just need to use it. So I invite you to reflect on the class this evening. Please come at 6 p.m. We have this every night. And thank you for your association. And I pray for you all. I pray for your onward journey. And I wish you all the best in your spiritual path. Hare Krishna. There's Gauda Arti at 7 o'clock. And then you'll have to, you maybe have to ask at reception what the situation is with Prasadam. I think maybe it's after the Gauda Arti. Hare Krishna. I'm sorry, Mataji? It's here, yeah. Yes, so, the curtains will open and there'll be an arti at 7 o'clock. Sorry, the curtains will open. There'll be the Gauda Arti at 7 o'clock. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna. So the Gora Arati is going to happen soon in like 6 minutes. And this is the Gora Arati. And just in case, no one really knows the translation. So I'm just going to read the translation just for, just for everybody. So, all glories to the beautiful Aarti ceremony of Lord Chaitanya. This Gora Aarti is taking place in a grove on the banks of the Jahnavi, Ganges, and is attracting the minds of all living entities in the universe. On Lord Chaitanya's right side is Lord Nityananda. On his left side is Sri Gadadhar. Nearby stands Sri Advaita, and Srivas Thakur is holding an umbrella over Lord Chaitanya's head. Lord Chaitanya has sat down on a jeweled throne, and the demigods, headed by Lord Brahma, perform the Aarti ceremony. Narahari Sarkar and other associates of Lord Chaitanya fan him with chamaras, and devotees, headed by Sanjay Pandit, Mukunda Datta, and Vas Ghosh, sing sweet kirtan. Conch shells, bells, and kartals resound, and the mridangas play very sweetly. This kirtan music is supremely sweet and relishable to hear. The brilliance of Lord Chaitanya's face conquers millions upon millions of moons, and the garlands of forest flowers around his neck shines. Lord Shiva, Sukadev Goswami, and Narada Muni are all there, and their voices are choked with ecstasy of transcendental love. Thus, Bhaktivedanta Thakur envisions the glory of Lord Sri Chaitanya. Gora Aarti ki Jai. Krishna, Krishna. Who's that to lead?
Oh, તો તમે ગોરા આરતી નથી કરતા? ગોરા આરતી
સેવન
ગાઓ ને
ટ્વેન્ટી
પ્લીઝ. કોઈ છે નહીં.
श्री श्री राधा गोकुलानंद की जय, सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जी की जय, गौर निताय की, शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। जय जय गौरचंदे, आरती को शोभा। जय जय गौरचंदे, आरती को शोभा। जानवी तत्वने, जग मन लोभा। जानवी तत्वने, जग मन लोभा। दाखिने निताय चंद, बामे गदाधारा। बाखिने निताय चंद, बामे गदाधारा। निकटे अद्वैता श्रीनि, वासा छत्रधारा। निकटे अद्वैता श्रीनि, वासा छत्रधारा। बसे याचे गौराचंद, रत्ना सिंहासने। बसे याचे गौराचंद, रत्ना सिंहासने। आरती कोरे न ब्रह्मा, आदि देवगाने। आरती कोरे न ब्रह्मा, आदि देवगाने। नर हरि आदि कोरी, चमर धुलाया। नर हरि आदि कोरी, चमर धुलाया। संजय मुकुंद वासु, घोष आदि गाया। संजय मुकुंद वासु, घोष आदि गाया। शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे, बाजे करताला। शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे, बाजे करताला। मधुर मृदंगा बाजे, परम रसाला। मधुर मृदंगा बाजे, परम रसाला। शंका बाजे घंटा बाजे, बाजे करताला। शंका बाजे घंटा बाजे, बाजे करताला। शंका बाजे घंटा बाजे, मधुर 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 बाजे शंका बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे शंका बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे शंका बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे बहु कोटि चंद्र जीनी वदन उज्ज्वला बहु कोटि चंद्र जीनी वदन उज्ज्वला गला देशे बनमाला कोरे जलमाला बल देशे बनमाला कोरे जलमाला शिवा सुखनारदम प्रेमे गदा गदा शिवा सुखनारद प्रेमे गदा गदा भक्ति विनोदा देखे गोरा रसंपादा भक्ति विनोदा देखे गोरा रसंपादा जय जय गौरा चंदे आरती को शोभा जय जय गौरा चंदे आरती को शोभा जानवीतातावाने जग मन लोभा अवितातावाने जग मन लोभा नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले मति भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण भक्तवृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi, Gaura Bhaktavinda Jaya Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi, Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jaya Radha Gokula Nanda Radha Gokula Nanda Radhe Jaya Radha. Jaya Radha Gokula Nanda Radha Gokula Nanda Radhe. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Radhe. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Jaya Gaura Nitai Gaura Nitai Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda ki Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ji ki Gaur Nitai ki Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. If you can all remain seated, we'll have a Narshima prayers. So we'll have a Narshima prayers now. So can all remain seated and yeah. Namaste Narasimhaya Namaste Narasimhaya Pralada Lada Daine Pralada Lada Daine Hiranya Purvaksha Hiranya Purvaksha Shrilatanaka Nakalai Shrilatanaka Nakalai Ito Narsimho Parato Narsimho Shimho Parato Nashimo Yato Yato Yamitato Nashimo Yato Yamitato Nashimo Bahe Nashimo Ridahe Nashimo Hridaye Nashimha Narsimham Adim Sharanam Prapade Narasimham Adim Sharanam Prapade Tava Kara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Tava Kara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shringam Lalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jagadisha Hare Tava Kara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Tava Kara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shringam Lalita Hiranyakashipu Tanumringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Nrsimhadev, 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 Jaya Nrsimhadev, Jaya Nrsimhadev, 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 Jaya Nrsimhadev, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Nrsimhadev Bhagwan ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you all very much.